Today we've got 12 players with perfect potential of 200. 100 current ability, so they've got quite a way to go, but they've all got good personality types, and they should, in theory, get there. Where will they go? What clubs will they sign for? Well, it won't be one of the top 100 most reputable clubs in the game, because we've only slapped a bloody transfer embargo on them. You better believe it. We're back with another one of these. Let's get into it. Last time we did this with players with perfect current ability, we gave them a various multitude of different nationalities. Well, today we're actually going to dominate Scandinavia. We've got 12 players, 4 for Sweden, 4 for Norway, 4 for Denmark. You can see here on the screen. And yeah, here are the positions. So if we look at the positions, we've got a goalkeeper, Jeppe Svenningsen, our Danish. We've got Henrik Bardrum, a right back, also Danish. We've got Hart Rakvarg, also Danish, left back. Sorry, he's Norwegian, my mistake. We've got Egson Eriksson, a centre back for Sweden. We've got Blend Benestad, another Norwegian. Fredrik Blomberg, who is also Swedish. He's a winger as well by his trade. We've got Jesper Onevik, who is a central midfielder, also Swedish. Axel Bigstad, what a name, central midfielder, Norwegian. Torben Hovenhoff, Danish, central midfielder / cam. Mats Erik Schalar, looks like a model, winger, Norwegian. Ulf Norberg, striker, Swedish. And Morten Sondergaard, a Danish striker as well. So we varied the positions. I just randomly selected them. I just didn't really pay that much attention to what the position was going to be. I just made a few random ones. I wanted them to have different positions. I wanted to create a 1 to 11 as such and just split them up across the 3 individual nations. So yeah, there you go then. That is the introduction to these players. They've all got good personality types. They should in theory get there, and they should in theory go to teams that will actually play them. They can't go to the big teams and rot in the reserves. So without further ado, 1 year into the future, 2024, let's go. So straight off the bat, we've got 2 of the Swedes who've gone to IF Bromopodkana. Olaf Melberg's in charge of them. The media prediction is 10th. They're currently 6th because they've got some good young players. Let's look at the current ability then. So the current ability, well, the best player is Blend Brenestad, who's gone to Brann. He's Norwegian. Henrik Bardum is at Bologna. He's gone all the way over to Italy. Mats Erik Schalar has gone to Stabæk in Norway. Hart Rakvarg is at Moss in Norway. So it seems like the Norwegian league has probably got the best quality, as these players are the ones that have improved the most. Egson is at Bromopodkana in Sweden. Axel's gone to Brann as well. Now he's improved considerably less than Blend. Interesting. Torben Hovenhoff is at AC Horsens in the Nordic Bet Liga. He's in the B team as well, as is Morten Sondergaard, who's at Silkeborg. Svenningsen is at Copenhagen, not really played much. Ulf Norberg is at IFK Varnamo. Blomberg is at Bromopodkana. And Jesper Onevik is at Malmo, is at 106. He's now available for the reserves as well. They're all 16 though still, and they can't really move abroad until a certain age, although matey boys have gone to Bologna, so maybe they can. But as you can see, they have stayed in their home nation, so I won't be surprised if they stay here for another season, maybe 2. So we'll quickly just jump through to 2025 and just see. So as we return in 2025, I'm not seeing a lot of transfers. I mean, I can't remember exactly where everyone was, but I do know Onevik was at Malmo. I remember that. He was at the bottom. He's still at the bottom at 114. He has improved to 114 though, and he is only 17 years old, so I can't see why he won't get there, to be honest. He's got a good personality type. They've all got a good personality type, so they are all pretty much guaranteed to get to their potential. Should they play enough games? Blend Benestad at Brann, he is absolutely ripping it up. Absolutely ripping up. 6 caps for Norway as well. 144. Unbelievable stuff. Henrik Bardrum at Bologna. Now, only the 5 games since he's gone there. Disappointing, really, for Henrik, because he was in the 120s last time and he was pushing that top spot. He's now down in 5th. He's been overtaken by Egson Eriksson, EE, yeah? But he's still at Bromopodkana. Jeppe Svenningsen is at Copenhagen. He's moved. No, he was there anyway. Do we have 2 players at Copenhagen? No. Matey boy's gone to Copenhagen. Hart Rakvarg, he's gone there for Moss. 7.25k. He's now worth 7.2 million. The 22k. He's been played as a left winger as well, unconvincingly, but he has been played as a left winger, so maybe we might start to see some positional changes as this experiment continues. Torben Hovenhoff has become a perfectionist. I don't think he was a perfectionist to begin with. He's starting to round out very nicely as well. What a player he looks like. So yeah, who won the Norwegian Premier League? It was Bodo Glimt. None of our players are there. Well, they're 17. They're 17 at this juncture, and 18 is when other teams might start getting a little bit handsy with our players and a little bit forceful. start throwing their cash around. And most notably, teams in the Premier League. Now, there's not many in the Premier League that can afford them at this moment in time. Everton are one, lest we forget. Everton are in the Premier League and can sign some players. There you go. No transfer embargo. Sean Dyche is representing. Southampton, Fulham and Leicester went down last season as Arsenal won the league. Everton mid-table. So let's have a look then. Zinedine Zidane's in charge. Right, Bournemouth can also sign, as can Brentford. Burnley, with Vinnie Comp in charge still. Graham Potter at Palace can sign. Everton. Leeds in the Premier League, they are. Daniel Farke, he can sign. Norwich City can. And Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest have only gone and got themselves in Europe as well from winning a cup competition. What have they just won? They won the FA Cup. They won the FA Cup, beating United in the final 1-0. Morgan Gibbs-White. Fair play. Yeah, there you go then. So we're on the cusp of actually them turning 18 and maybe some signings happening, especially with quite a few teams in the Premier League can actually sign some of these players. I feel just signing one or two of these players will guarantee your survival. Almost certainly. You've got these players are on the cusp of being Premier League squad options, especially for relegation threatened teams, and they're going to improve no end. So get them signed. Get them signed. Let's go to 2026. Okay, so we're back. It's 2026 and Jeppe Svenningsson at Copenhagen is wanted by Brighton and Tottenham. Neither can sign him. He is currently the best player. He's at 159 out of 200. He's got very bad loyalty. I think I purposely gave them quite bad loyalty in order to try and help facilitate moves. But 159, he's actually streets away. He's 7 clear of Matvejevic Shalar, who went for 3.2 million to Wolves. Lest we forget, Wolves last time ended up with bloody Victor Osimhen and Florian Wirtz in the perfect players sort of thing. You've got Joey Bellingham. Anyone else? Not really anyone else we can speak of as yet, but it's early days. It is early days. It was Man City that won the league. Wolves finished 15th. So Glenn Benestad at 149. He's got bids in from Nantes, Hull, Copenhagen, Clermont and Lorient. So quite a few teams in France want him. Copenhagen are really swinging their dick about, aren't they? They're thinking, hello, we'll have him. Like, could we be building a nation here? Jacob Niestrup at Copenhagen. Media prediction of first. They've won the league last few years in a row. You know, we'll see. Henrik Bardrum still at Bologna. Now, he's played a lot more. Actually, no, he hasn't. He went on loan to Hull. But he's now up at 148, which is an absolutely fantastic boost in his ability. I've just looked at the other personality tabs. He looks like Jeppe Svenningsson's loyalty has probably just dropped organically down to 2. And his professionalism has gone up to 20, again, organically, so madness. Anyway, Morten Sondergaard is at Vallecano. He's gone for £7.75 million. Now, they're in the Spanish First Division. Of course, again, they can sign players. They've probably come up from Second Division? No, they were already in the First Division, so they were mid-table-ish, and they've just signed him, so, yeah, they're probably expecting big things to happen for them this season. He's not set the world on fire in terms of goals for Silkeborg. 19 in 67. Yeah, he's not been prolific, has he? He's not been prolific, but he's not quite there. He's on the cusp. Anyway. Exxon at Bromwich Club. Yeah, he's still there. He wants about 11 clubs. Who wants him? Pointless. And then rumored interest is Man City and Dortmund. So no bugger can buy him. So somebody else needs to stick their nose up above the sand. Exxon, you're going to be staying at Bromwich Club, unless you can buy some interest from someone like Wolves or Everton or Brentford or something. VfL Bochum have put the man in the pocket and spent £675,000 on Torben Hovenhoff to AC Horsens, and he's now worth 35 to £104 million. Well, I can't see anyone having the finances to tempt him away in the next couple of seasons. So Torben Hovenhoff is probably going to be here at Bochum, maybe until his contract expires in 2030 at the very least. If he stays even longer, well, maybe he can turn VfL Bochum into a bit of a powerhouse in the German league. Look at that, Leipzig winning the league in 24-25. The media think they're going to finish 13th, so we'll see. We'll keep an eye on him and how they're doing. So Freddie Blomberg as well, he wants to leave. He's wanted by 15 clubs. Once again, a who's who of players, a who's who of teams who can't do anything about it. So Rama Podkana over here. Is that probably a Y? Rama Poikana? I don't know. Look, hey, if you're Scandinavian, you know how to pronounce that. Comments. Let me know. Apologies to you Swedes. I'm just an idiot. Not offensive. I'm just generally massively ill-informed, uneducated in the pronunciation of places and teams in foreign nations. Hart Rakvarg at Copenhagen. So he's not played a lot, only 11 times after he signed for Moss, which is a bit disappointing, really, because he's got the potential and Copenhagen need to, well, nurture him. Ulf Norberg at Bologna. So that's Bologna have got a second player. Here we go. £925,000 he cost them. How are Bologna doing? Mid-table. 12th. Fine. But then he hasn't really been playing these young players, so what can you expect? Jesper Onovic at Malmo. He's still there. He is still there. And he's not playing. Someone needs to come in and get him. Or a loan move or something. He's at 127 now. He's improved 27 attribute points, which is fantastic. Axel Bigstad. What's going on with him then? Oh, he's playing for Brann too. That's what's happening. I thought he's played loads of times. No, he's played 5 times for Brann. Brann have, as well as they've done with Blend, they've done awful with Axel. He's now at 119 out of 200. He's improved 19 attribute points in 3 seasons. That's, well, let's say how it is. Shit, isn't it? He's fickle. I'm not surprised he's got no loyalty to this club because they've shown no loyalty to him. So let's hope someone comes in for some of these players. Let's go to 2027. Here we go. Things are happening. Right, Jeppe Svensson at 170. He's wanted. He's transfer listed himself by request. The problem is, Jeppe, no one can sign you. No one can do anything about this. When's his contract up? 2029. I think he'll be here till 2029, you know. Mats-Erik Schalar at Wolves, 43 games, 7 goals for him. Yeah, became a bit of a feature last season for them. Henrik Bardrum at Bologna, he's had a good season. He's improved nicely. He's at 165. Morten Sondergaard at Vallecano, and he got 15 in 35. Not bad at all. Exon Eriksson has got a bid in of £3.1 million from Nottingham Forest, so he'll be off. Blend Benestad's gone to Al Shabab for free. Oh, why do I always forget to put a transfer embargo on the Saudi clubs? Such an idiot. Right, Hart Rakvarg Copenhagen. Still there. He's played more this season. Played a lot this season, actually, and improved quite a lot as well. Torben Hovenhoff at Bochum. He's had a fantastic season. He's actually wanted by Arsenal and Juve. Again, no one can do anything about that, so he's going to stay here at Bochum. He's there finishing 14th, so not too bad at all for him. Ulf Norberg at Bologna. He went on loan to Swansea. He went on to Swansea and got 15 in 43. They finished mid-table. Freddie Blomberg has gone to Everton for £925,000 from Brahma and he's on the loan list. He played 11 times, though, probably all as a substitute. Yeah, they were all as a substitute. I think they just need to give him some game time. Oh, Rafael Palladino is in charge. Sean Dyche is not. Got sacked. Now the manager Spurs. He's failed upwards, hasn't he? Although, can't sign anyone. So, will he do anything good with Spurs? And we'll tell. Jesper Onovic still at Malmo and Axel Bigstad still at Brann. These two something needs to happen with these. 12 clubs want Jesper Onovic. Well, Bologna can do something about this. No one else can. Or Bologna could be the big team. Bologna could be dominating Serie A for years to come. They're already in the Champions League. Well, yeah, if you're in the Champions League places, let me tell you now, Jesper Onovic's not going to look twice. He's going to be like, yes, please. On we go. How did Wolves do in the Premier League then last season? 15th. 15th. It's not great, is it? It's not great at all. Nottingham Forest, though, getting Conference League football and finishing in 7th. And they're on the cusp of signing Exon Eriksson, who's a 161 centre-back. He's actually unbelievable already. So, yeah, fair play. 17 clubs want him. And as you can see here, no one can do anything about it. Mulder can. Don't think he's going to want to go to Mulder, though, somehow. Just saying. Okay, well, 2028. Here we go. Moves are happening, and I think moves are going to... I think there's wantedness going on for the teams, for the players still in Scandinavia. I wouldn't be surprised if they're all gone, maybe except Axel. Right, Mats-Erik Schalar at Wolves, 185. He has had a star-making season, surely. 37 times 6 goals, a 7.24. He's at 185. Henrik Bardum at 181 at Bologna. Another great season for him, becoming part of the furniture. Now, again, the teams that want Jeppe Svensson can't buy him. His contract is up next season. He's transfer listed by request for £31 million. He's a steal at £31 million, don't you know? 179 current ability. He's still improving brilliantly. He is going to leave for free next season. I am guaranteeing it. Unless someone comes in, he's just going to go for free. Blend Benestad Al Shabab, I think by 2031, I think he probably will leave there on free and probably come over back to Europe. So let him play his trade over there. He's playing all right. He's scoring goals quite a lot. He's up at 176, so he'll probably be at his potential by the time he's ready to come back. Exon did go to Nottingham Forest, playing 34 times last season. Hart Rakvarg is at Copenhagen. He is now wanted by, again, just 4 teams that can't do anything about it. Torben Hovenhoff, he wants to leave. Why do you want to leave the club? Oh, Asked to leave, wants to leave following a contract extension being triggered at a time when he was concerned about the quality of the squad. Well, there you go then. Morten Sandergaard at Vallecano. He is wanted by who's who of European bigwigs. And he scored 18 in 35, so he actually did better this season. And he got them Europa League football. Ulf Norberg at Bologna. He's wanted by Spurs. Nothing can do about it. Right. Jesper Onevik at Malmo. He's wanted by 18 clubs. Transfer listed by request for £2.7 million. Right. Who can buy him? Literally no one. This is what's infuriating. He's worth so much. He's got such good potential and current ability. He's wanted by loads of teams, and he's transferred by request for 2.7 million. He is such a steal. Freddie Blomberg. Oh, he's had a loan move to Mainz, and he got a 7. He's now up at 150. Everton still want to loan him out for some reason. Axel Bigstad is, he's wanted again by a who's who of European bigwigs, but they're not in a position to do anything about it. He's at 138. 20 years old. Will they all make it to 200? I'm at a point now where I'm thinking no. I don't think Axel's going to make it. I think it could be too little too late by the time he starts getting first team football. That being said, let's go a quick look at the leagues. So last season in the Premier League, how did Wolves and Nottingham Forest do? Okay, so Wolves finished 17th, avoiding relegation. Nottingham Forest, not only did they get relegated, but they went and bloody won the Conference League. They won the Conference League. The season before that, Hammarby won it. A Swedish team who haven't got any of our players. Make it make sense. We've seen, the Championship. I've missed that completely. So yeah, we've seen Premier League. We've seen the Spanish League. Let's have a look at Serie A. How did Bologna do? Just down in sixth, unfortunately. But they have got 2 players, and they are the best 2 players in Bologna's squad. They've got 166 striker and a 181 right back. And yeah, they're both going to make it. They are genuinely both going to make it. You got 18 and 37. Did pretty well, didn't he? There's other players for the take in Bologna. They've got 6.83 remaining in their transfer budget, and you've got Jesper Onevik, who could come and join and be your best central midfielder for £2.6 million. 2.7. Sorry. Okay, so will someone come and buy him? 2029. Right, Henrik Bardrum is wanted. He wants a new deal. He's at Bologna. He's on £45,000 a week. He's the best player of the lot so far. 193. Exxon at Forest is at 187. He's kicked on brilliantly. Helped him get promoted back to the Premier League, as you can see here. So fair play to Exxon. He's done brilliant stuff. Champions as well. He's won the Conference League and the Championship. So nice. Svenningsson, his contract expires. Oh, he's joining Leeds. Oh, he's going to Leeds on a free. He signed a pre-contract deal. He's joining Leeds today. He's literally on his way to Leeds now. He's on the flight. They're bloody waiting at the airport with a sign. They've run out of room on the sign because of his name. It says like Jesper Svenning, and then the sun's like just squashed in, I imagine. And a lovely picture for you there, aren't I? Matzo Shalar at Wolves, who, unfortunately for him, he's only up at 185. He was absolutely flying. 30 times he played this season. 14 goals. He's had his best season to date. Yet improved the least. Art Rakvarg is still wanted by loads of teams. He's at Copenhagen still. And again, he'll be a bargain for whoever wants to buy him. Blend is still in Saudi Arabia. Ulf at Bologna, 23 and 33. Right. I won't be surprised if Bologna finished at least top 3 this season in Serie A. And they only done it. £2.7 million. They signed Jesper Onevik. I said, sign him for £2.7 million and he'll be your best central midfielder. Well, Bologna answered the call and they did it. They only went and gone and done it. 3 players now for Bologna, all world class. Torben Hovenhoff at Bochum. Henning Berg's in charge. Again, they finished 16th, so they're not doing great. They're not doing great at all. Quite a few teams want Morten Sundergaard. He's transfer listed by request for £77 million. Now, you got 19 and 32 last season. Now, who wants him? Well, I know for a fact Brentford can sign him. They've got £53 million in the budget. They need to sell someone in order to buy him. But unfortunately, if they were going to sell someone, some of the teams they'd be selling to can't buy anyone. So, bit of a catch-22 for Brentford. Freddie Blomberg is at 163. He's improved 13 attribute points over the last season. And he's been starting more than he's come off the bench for Everton. 21 starts, 7 off the bench. He gets a 7.00 overall for the season. Axel, no one wants him. Oh, he left Bransoy for Copenhagen. £6.25 million. And he played 13 times last season. 5 off the bench, 8 starts. Yeah, okay. The Premier Division then. Newcastle have just got relegated. Obviously because he can't sign anyone. Tina Livermore at 175. He got nowhere near 175 in the Fresh Prince of West Yorkshire save. How good that is. Nowhere near that. Leeds getting Champions League football from 5th. David Moyes in charge of Leeds as well. Of course, as I've mentioned, they can sign players. And have they been? You better believe they have. Sangare from Forest for £41 million. Kevin Osborne Mulcahy, a regen from Man City, £24.5 million. They paid £775 for Strahinja Pavlovic. Why have they only paid £775 for this guy? I've never seen a weirder transfer fee. Never seen a weirder transfer fee. You might as well have done it for free. Hayden Blinkhorn, a player that doesn't know where he wants to play. Where do you play? Yes. So they spent big. They've spent reasonably big over the last few years of Leeds, and it's showing, and they finished 5th, getting Champions League football, and they've got a world-class goalkeeper on the way in. Wolves mid-table in 12th. Forest, of course, we've just seen them getting promoted. And Everton in 11th. So none of our players doing that good yet, but I like to think that they will start to find themselves at the top end of that Premier League very, very soon. So let's get back to the shortlist then and go and have a look at Serie A. Well, Bologna didn't win it. They actually came second. They were 8 points behind Napoli, 4 points clear of AC Milan, and we're on the cusp now with Bologna. Their best 3 players, of course, will be our 3 players. As you can see, 176, that's 20 attribute points clear of Josh Zirkzee. You got Ulf Norberg and Henrik Bardrum. They can keep all 3 of them. They'll win Serie A in the next 3 years. Mark my words. Let's go to 2030 then, see what's going on. So, Bardrum, 198. Exxon 197, Rakvarg 195. He's had a boost. He's still wanted by 15 clubs. On the market for £30 million. He's a fullback that he's just a monster, isn't he? Svenningsson for Leeds, 33 games, 38 conceded. That's not great. Actually, that is great. Only 38 conceded. That means they probably conceded less than 50 in the whole season. Going straight in. Leeds, mid-table. Oh, awful. Wolves relegated. Forest survived. Everton Europa League football. Of all our players still there, right. Svenningsson, yes. Norberg at 190. Onivik at 188. Hovenhoff at Bochum still. He's still wanted by 11 clubs. Shalar is now wanted by 12 clubs. And again, none of them can sign him. So he might help get Wolves back to the Premier League. But he didn't. I mean, they've gone down despite his best efforts. 13 goals in 37 games. He's got a 7.29 overall. To do that in the relegated side is pretty impressive. Blend's still in Saudi Arabia. Freddie Blomberg at Everton at 174 now. He's found himself as part of the furniture, starting every single Premier League game last season for Everton. Sondergaard at Vallecano he's no longer on the transfer lists. Because no one came in for him. He's got 19 goals in 33 games. That's 19 in each of his last 2 seasons. Axel's now wanted by, again, 3 teams that can do nothing about it. But he's playing a bit more at Copenhagen. He's now up at 151. Now, at 22 years old, is that too little too late? Because I still think like Morton and Freddie are going to get there to 200. There is 19, 20 attribute points behind. That much more of a jump? If he starts playing every week, I'd say no. Especially if he comes over to the Premier League. I'm really rooting for Axel. I really am. Have Bologna won Serie A? It didn't. It was Inter Milan. Second again, 5 points off the pace. 12 points clear of AC Milan. There's a gap forming. There is a gap forming. How did he do? What was his season saying? 23 goals. Did he win? Has he won the golden ball? No, he's second behind Vlahovic and second behind Osman the season before. Okay. How did Bochum do? Oh, Europa League football finishing in 5th. Bochum are doing all right, aren't they? I mean, they've got their best player is literally their best player. Torben Hovenhoff is by a mile their best player. And look at this. 20 technique, 20 vision, 19 passing. Oh, what a player. What a player. Imagine having him in the middle of midfield. 20 flair as well. Ooh, no wonder so many teams want him. Again, he ain't going anywhere to one of them. 2031. Contract's up next season. I wonder. Let's go to 2031 then. Okay, so we have a winner. It's Exxon Eriksson. He's got to 200 first, ladies and gentlemen. He has come from behind and got there. He is the best player in the world at this moment in time. Ulf Norberg for Bologna. So he got 38 goals and he didn't even win the league. He didn't even win the league. He came 3rd. Oh my God. I mean, okay. I was going to say goal difference. No, it's done in Serie A. It's head to head, isn't it? So they lost twice to Empoli. Empoli finished in 2nd. Robbie Keane's in charge. Have they had a tycoon? Yep, they've had a tycoon. They've climbed up the leagues. They can sign players. And Robbie Keane's in charge. Been here for nearly 5 years. Bologna in 3rd. AC Milan, who won the league? AC Milan won the league. Of course he did, because Vinny Comp's their manager. Like, talk about a cheat code, a football manager. Bring in Vincent Kompany and he'll win you things. He did win the top goal scorer, 38 goals. Second place was Josh Zirkzee, his Bologna teammate, on 22. 1 assist. Shoot on sight for Ulf Norberg. That was his directive. And he certainly did it. 38 goals in 37 games. What a player. 13 in 39 for Sweden. Not great, is it? Anyway, okay. Jeppe Svenningsson at Leeds, wanted by Barca, can't go anywhere. Art Rakvarg, wanted again by Chelsea. Contract's up next season, still at Copenhagen. I think he's going to leave. Henrik Bardrum is at Bologna, yeah, so he's done pretty well again. Yeah, all these players at 199. Hobenhoff is wanted by Everton. His contract is expired. His contract expires today. Everton are wanting him, so are Saudi. Oh, can Everton seal this deal? I think that'd be big for them. Right, so Jesper at Bologna, yeah, 194. So he did help Wolves get promoted. 13 goals again in 39 games. So again, this time it was a 7.66. 11 assists, 13 player of the matches. Did they win? No, they had to go by the playoffs. Oh, Wolves. Blend is still at Al Shabab. He's upped his contract to 2034. He's staying. Fine. You do you. Freddie at Everton 182, and they're just about to get Torben coming in. So that'd be 2 players for Everton. Morten Sandergaard, he's had a 1-year contract extension. Wasn't his contract up in 2031? Or was that Torben, and now I'm looking at him and seeing 2032? He got 22 goals last season in Spain. Vallecano, oh my God. Second place. He was second place in the top goal scorer charts behind Vitor Roque. Wow. So they're up in second place now. Axel Bigstad still at Copenhagen. He's won. Bournemouth, Brighton, Everton. The Bournemouth and Everton can sign him. Arsenal and Real Madrid cannot. Neither can Brighton. He's at 159 though at 23 years old. He's improved 8 attribute points that season. So 41 over the next 5 years, 8 a season. That's doable. Very doable. I think he can get there. He can certainly get to the 190s anyway. But we have, so the Premier League then. How did we do in the Premier League last season then? So Wolves got promoted, as we saw. No one's gone down. Nottingham Forest mid-table with eggs on. Everton, Freddie, Champions League football in 7th because Luis Enrique helped them win the Europa League. 2-0 after extra time against Bournemouth. Everton have got Florian Wirtz. And Dennis Seaman. Oh, they've got one of the best young goalkeepers on the game, who's now 25. We've got Florian Wirtz, who's 28, who's just unbelievable. Signed for free. About to sign another player. And then one place above, Leeds getting Europa League football as well. So not a bad return for our Premier League teams. As we saw, Bologna finishing in 3rd, very disappointing. The Bundesliga and Bochum, mid-table, and they're about to lose their player. So 2030. Let's go. I was going to say, let's jump forward 2 years now, so they'll be 25 years old, because we've hit 200 and I think quite a few of them are going to. But there's a couple of contracts that are expiring in 2032. And I put that in. Contract, general contract expiry date. Here we go. So Torben's gone, and then Morton and Hart are both. I hate these. You're moving the. Look, I'm moving that one. Oh, that one works. Oh, fine. Look, it's moving transfer value. I don't know why I'm pointing. It's moving the transfer value. Like, why? Move height. Now try and move that, and he's moving personality. Oh, get a grip. So Morton and Hart, those are the 2 contracts, and everyone else is at least 2034. So let's go 2032, check in on these 2, see if they get some transfers, and then we'll probably do some bigger jumps. Can't say fairer than that, can you, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, so Egson still at 200 at Nottingham Forest, Ulf at 200, and Jesper at 200 at Bologna. 199 for Bardrum. Art Rakvarg, he wants to leave. Oh, his contract's up in 6 months. He's wanted by 14 clubs. The only team that he can go to is the Saudi team. But his contract's up soon, so he will probably be signed at some point in the near future. So Bologna have got 3 players up in basically 200. Torben did go to Everton, so Everton did make that signing. Jeppe still at Leeds. Freddie at Everton at 191. Mats Erik Shalar at Wolves. Blend is at Saudi. Oh, Morten Sandergaard. Okay, his contract is expiring now. Oh, three Saudi teams want him. 170. I mean, 170. He's in danger of going to the bottom of this list, because Axel's on the rise. Axel's absolutely flying. He's at 167 now. So Premier League then. Man City win the Premier League once again. Pep's still in charge. But Everton came second. Oh my God. Can you believe it? 1 point off the pace. So before we go and check in on that, we've got Leeds in 5th, Wolves in 6th, Champions League football for both teams, as well as Everton. All 3 of our teams are in the Champions League. No, sorry, Nottingham Forest in 10th. So Nottingham Forest aren't in Champions League. So final day of the season, Everton won and City lost to Forest. So in actual fact, it looked closer than it was. City had already won it by the time we got to the final day. Fine. So what's happened here then? Leeds and Wolves both getting Champions League football. And it's David Moyes' Leeds who've won the Europa League. A man of the match performance for goalkeeper Jeppe Svenningsson, even though they had 8 shots on target and a 2.55 XG to Freiburg's 3 shots and 3 on target and a 0.35 XG. So I'm going to call bullshit on that. How is he your man of the match? Thiago Almada got 5 key passes, apparently. 5. Ibrahim Bamba got 3 on a 7.6. Whatever. Leeds have won the Europa League. The season before, Everton won the Europa League as well. We saw that, didn't we, Luis Enrique? The Wolves get themselves into the Champions League. Leeds have actually just won the FA Cup as well, beating Bournemouth in the final. Oh my God, they won on penalties. 3 players missed. Now, how many of those were saves? Yepe only got a 6.7. And the goal he conceded was a penalty. Yeah, he's just got man of the match in a game where he made less saves. So, make that make sense, Football Manager. Yet again. And Everton won the Carabao Cup 2-0. Marcus Leonardo and James Garner with Torben Hovenhoff. Oh, getting a 6.1. Not very good at all. Freddie Blomberg, though, a 7.9. Florian Wirtz in there. Yeah, so Everton getting another trophy. Happy days. Okay. Serie A. Empoli have won it. On head-to-head again. On head-to-head. What? No! We didn't lose to Empoli. We lost to Juve twice, AC Milan, Salento, and Brianza. We beat Empoli. So what's happened? Because we've got a better goal difference and a better head-to-head. Why are we second? Why are we second? Where's the rules for this bloody league? Right, we're on the rules. Where does it say? Literally doesn't say. Just about transfers and stuff. But here we go. League sorting rules. Results between teams. Team record against other teams on the same points will be sorted by the rules in the following order. Goal difference, goals scored. Right? Goal difference, 43. Goals scored, 77. Bologna, right, that's the Super Cup. 1-1 draw against Empoli. Oh, there's a playoff. There was a playoff at the end. We didn't say that, did it? Why does he say in the rules? Goal difference and head-to-head. Playoff then. Right, we lost the playoff. That's fine then. If we lost the playoff, bloody tell me. Tell me there's a playoff. Oh, fucking hell. So once again, Bologna have just missed out. The nearly team. Just the 21 goals for Ulf Norberg. You've let us down this season. Another 38. Bang. Sorted. League champions. So now's the time to do a 2-year jump. Morten Sondergaard man have a team. But we've got some contracts running up in 2034. So let's go to 2034. Okay. So, straight up. Exxon still at Forest. Ulf Jesper still at Bologna, as is Henrik Bardrum. So he's still at Bologna. Jeppe still at Leeds. Torben and Freddie at Everton. Art Rakvag went to Southampton for free at the middle of the season when his contract expired, as we expected. Then he played 37 times. I feel like signed on a free. Right, so Copenhagen released him on a free and he was out of contract for 6 months. So no one signed him in January and then Southampton signed him and he played and was their best player. Right, okay. This game. Right, Wolves, Mats is still there. Morton went to Saudi Arabia. Okay. Blends at Al Shabab still. Got a new contract. Axel his contract's expiring today and no one wants him. Oh no. Oh! He's joining Bologna, ladies and gentlemen. Bologna are back. So let's have a look at the Premier League first. So last year, Everton were 1 point behind Man City, but the following season, we'll have a bit of that. Everton won the Premier League, 75 points. Southampton in second, even though they hadn't got our player yet. More on that in a moment. Leeds in third with our goalkeeper. Wolves and Forest down here in 9th and 10th. Liverpool getting Champions League football from 16th. Everton win the league 2 years in a row. Leeds in second. Wolves 5th. Southampton in 7th. So get a world-class player, fall down the league. Makes sense. And Forest in 14th. Okay, so there's all of our players. Time to go to Serie A, where Bologna have finally bloody won the league. Oh, dearie me. Right, 4 points clear of Empoli, and then 9 points clear of Empoli. So happy days. Ulf Norberg with 27 goals here in 37 games. 2 clear of his strike partner, Josh Xerxes, and then he scored 40. 40? Yes, hello, is that the police? I'd like to report a crime. Ulf Norberg's season was illegal. 40 goals, 7.54. You better believe you best win the Ballon d'Or. 40 goals. Anyway, 40 goals, excuse me. 40 in 38 games. What a player. And he only scored 2 in continental competitions. The Champions League, that was probably. Oh, the season before, they bloody won the Champions League. And Leeds won it this season. So, first off, Leeds just won 3-1. A 7.0 for Jeppe Svingsson. And we won on penalties. Josh Xerxes and Jesper Onovic with a goal. And then we won on penalties. Ulf Norberg with a 6.4. Disappointing. Oscar Gluck over here. Transfer fee of 1.3k. What is it with these transfers? And weird fees. What was the transfer that we saw a bit ago for 775 quid? Everton won the league twice. We've got Bologna, who've just won that. The FA Cup. Everton and Wolves have won the FA Cup in the last 2 seasons. Shalar with 2. A brace in the FA Cup final. You love to see it, don't you? Everton beating Luton the season before. So Luis Enrique's loving life. Hovenhoff scored a goal in the FA Cup final. Unbelievable stuff. Carabao. So Everton won it back here against United. And Leeds have just won it most recently against Coventry City. 1-0. Nelson Weeper. Once again, a man of the match performance for Jeppe Svenningsson. And again, is that man of the match worthy? More so than any other time that we've seen it. So I'll allow that. We'll let it go. But I feel like a lot of these players are kind of settled. We've got Axel, who's about to go to Bologna, who are really going to kick on and I think win more Champions Leagues and more Serie A titles. They're 26. Let's go to 30 years old. 4 years from now. Okay, so 30 years old. Egson, still at Forest. Norberg and Onovic still at Bologna, Rakvarg still at Southampton, Svenningsson still at Leeds, Hovenhoff and Blomberg at Everton, Bardram still at Bologna, Sondergaard Saudi, Shalar at Wolves. He never got there, never got to 200. Blend and got to 184. He's at Al Shabab. Axel at Bologna, unfortunately, despite scoring 31 and 136 and playing quite a lot, 34 times a season, he hasn't gone past anyone. He's still bottom of the table, 181. In the last 4 years, well, Everton and Wolves have been winning the league, Southampton in second and Leeds in third. So the top three has been, well, littered with our players. But of course, it's not just our players that have caused that. It's the fact that they can sign players, and a lot of these teams can't. Because I mean, I don't think I mentioned back here. So we're looking in 2033, 34. Tottenham went down. The following season, Chelsea have gone down. Then Liverpool in 19th. Then Arsenal in 20th. Man City, there you go, in 20th. Most recently, the Man City are back here. So after winning all those competitions and winning all those Champions Leagues and winning all of everything, Pep got sacked after 21 years. How harsh. He's just unemployed now. And Serie A, yeah, Bologna are on an absolute tear, 100 points in the most recent season. Ulf Norberg with 29 goals. He's got the golden boot yet again. Top goal scorer. He got there 30. He didn't. He only got 23 in that season. And Valentin Carboni with 29 there. Ulf only 27. Third place. Still a great season. He's been fantastic. Not been that great for Sweden. 1 in every 2. But it was 1 in every 3. So he's improved his rate. But he's not scored enough for me. Sweden. He's just done great for Bologna. Dan's in charge for Bologna as well. Just the 1 Champions League though for Bologna. It's 2 for Leeds, 3 for Everton, and Southampton have won the most recent one. Southampton, runner-up to Everton 2 years in a row. Raul in charge, as you do. Luis Enrique is still at Everton as well. Leeds haven't got a manager. Oh, Zidane just left. Zidane left to go to Bologna because David Moyes retired. Fine. Okay, so 30 years old. I think all the moves have happened. Wolves have won a Premier League though. So who've Wolves got? Oh, it's just all regens now. Yeah, we're too far in. I thought it was going to be some players that we recognise. No, it's just regens. Okay, so let's, what are they, 30 years old? Let's go and have a look in 4 years, 2042. Okay, so we're starting to fall. We're starting to fall in terms of ability. Still at Leeds. Ericsson still at Forest. Onovic and Norberg still at Bologna. Rakvarg still at Southampton. Hovenhoff and Blomberg still at Everton, Bardram, Bologna, still in Saudi, Shalar at Wolves, Bigstad at Bologna, and Benestad at Al Shabab. So, yeah, we've still got 4 at Bologna. Let's go to Serie A first of all. And they've won the league for the last 4 years in a row. Still just the 1 Champions League. It's been Everton and Southampton. Southampton won 3 Champions Leagues, and Everton have won 1 in the last 4 years. Mental. Top goal scorer. Ulf Norberg has been doing pretty well. Again, retired from international football, clearly. We'll go and check in on internationally and Ballon d'Ors as well. Maybe after the last jump, because we want to see them all retire, don't we? At the Premier Division then, well, Southampton have won the last 4. The Southampton have taken over. Who's been in charge? Raul. 8 years. He's just left to go to Real Madrid. Yeah, he's a man. He's a legend at Southampton. Understandably so. 4 Champions Leagues, 4 Premier Leagues, 3 Champions Leagues in the last 5 years or whatever. And our player, whilst yes, he was up at 200 when they got him, just a bloody left back. The players they've got in: Makoto Nagasawa, 194, Makrim Uslati. They're just buying these players in for dirt cheap. Yeah, coming in from teams that just have got transfer embargoes and whatever. I mean, £61 million from Sporting. But yeah, it's not going to break the bank, is it? I mean, they have broken the bank a bit. Minus 286 million. Oh, financial fair play. Everton minus 317 million. This is the problem with teams with transfer embargoes. You can't sell your players to get yourself out of a financial hole. And I feel that Everton are in a financial hole. They've tried to sell players here. Alex Mannion, they've sold him for £55 million to Montpellier. Anyway, okay, so let's just jump forward. Going to 2046, I think most of them, if not all of them, will probably be gone by this point. So we might have to just jump back. Henrik's on his way out. He's still at Bologna. So let's just go back a season. Oh, so Axel's still at Bologna. He's retiring. So again, so let's go another season. So now all of a sudden, only 2 years further on from where we were. Right, we lost 2. We're losing some more retirees. So Eggs on at Forest still. Bologna have still got 4. Hart is retiring from Southampton. Matt's retiring at Wolves. Morton, Al-Hetik, sorry, he's going. Torben at Everton. Freddie at Everton has already gone. And what's his name? Blend, whatever his name was, who went to Saudi. He's now gone as well. Yepe at Leeds. So let's look at the Premier League. So Southampton won the last 2 years. And Serie A, Bologna last 2 years. So that's fine. Champions League, Empoli, then Wolves. The FA Cup has been won by all of the teams with our players, as so is the Carabao Cup for the last 3 years as well. Cheeky look in on the World Golden Ball. We've got Saka, Mbappe, Vinicius, Lamine Yamal, or Onovic here, second place. Ulf Norberg with 43 and 48, second place behind Martinelli. You've got 39 and 51 to be fair. Hovenhoff won the Ballon d'Or here for Everton. 21 goals, 20 assists from central midfield. Norberg, third place. Eric Schalar won the Ballon d'Or. Hovenhoff again. I can't believe it. Ulf Norberg never won the Ballon d'Or. He never won the Ballon d'Or. Striker of the season, he was basically there all the way through, apart from Julian Acker, who came in and started doing pretty good as his strike partner, and Josh Zirkzee. God, look at that. Bologna just striker of the season for the last, 14 years? The European Football Championships then. Well, Scandinavia didn't really manage to make their dominance count, did it? I thought we'd see something. Denmark runner-up in 2028. That is all we've got here. And in terms of World Cups, again, nothing. Denmark second place twice. Norway third place once. Serbia have won the most recent. So internationally, it was nothing. Domestically, it was fantastic. We had a great time. We had a lovely time. And despite the fact that he scored 439 and 597 for Bologna, and he got a season where he scored 40 league goals and scored so many goals throughout his career, he never won a Ballon d'Or. Torben Hovenhoff won 2 Ballon d'Ors at Everton. I mean, he's a phenomenal player, and helped Everton start winning the league. So yeah, fair play. But I just think Ulf Norberg probably deserved a bit more, because Jesper Onovic won it. Although having said that, from central midfield, he scored quite a lot and assisted quite a lot as well. So it is what it is. Well, anyway, hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know if you'd like me to do this in other formats and other variations. I'm always all ears to any suggestions to make tweaks to current format and current experiments. But yeah, enjoyed this one a hell of a lot. Hope you did too. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And yeah, most importantly, take good care of yourselves. See you soon.